Yoki. So we got Evil Genius's StrifeCro. He's the yellow Zerg down in the bottom left corner here of Shakuras Plateau. We have updated since IPL 2. I know a lot of you guys were freaking out that there were destructible rocks over here. No longer the case. I don't think we'll ever see those again. TSL JYP is the one who basically murdered StrifeCro in the first game. I mean, that one big battle sort of decided all of it. And that's how it goes in ZVP sometimes. You get that Protoss Death Ball, there's really not a lot you can do about it if it's well-timed.
We see a lot of games in here where that happens. There's nothing quite like the fearsome power of a well-timed Protoss death push.
That's true. We got, Tina's just trying to grab more of the camera. Whatever, that's all right. JYP, second game, just couldn't decide what he was going to do. Like, he just, I don't know. He didn't seem very focused. I think he was, like, eating a sandwich and, like, talking to his girlfriend or something because he just was kind of all over the place there.
He did take that huge hit in the early game. He lost. I mean, he was behind. Like, he made a few huge blunders that I don't think he could really recover from. Losing all those sentries, then also losing his natural. Keep in mind, he was playing from like, he completely lost his natural and everything there. Lost his entire army. Barely held on by the skin of his teeth with like 2 Archons and 4 Zealots, and then was able to recover from there. But you know, hopefully this game will be a little bit different. We'll have to see what both players do. We do see a very similar opening here from JYP. Yeah, he's gone with the same opener every game. And, you know, it's interesting. You don't always have to go with such a quick cannon. You can sometimes get the Nexus first. I think he's reacting to StrifeCro getting that relatively quick spawning pool down.
That last game?
Just wants to keep... Yeah, that last game, StrifeCro actually got a very early spawning pool.
Yeah,
I think that might have been
11.
a 10 or 11 pool. Got in there with those 6 lings and was just harassing forever.
And they were there, they were there for a really long time, and I'm sure JYP was tired of chasing them around, but StrifeCro had about a split second there to drop a hatch. He is going to get a breather and get that thing down. That could just be a latency, or it could just be just a straight-up error there from TSL JYP not dropping the pylon. He did have the money for it, but instead wants to get that Nexus up as soon as he can. StrifeCro,
which is also being blocked.
He has to have fun doing this.
What a cutie.
Yeah,
I know, right?
He has to enjoy this. Like, I'm blocking your expansion.
Yeah,
LOL.
385. Okay, he has 400 now. So as
he was
of
over
now,
400 earlier. He's being forced to build things.
Oh God, get out of there, man!
Juke!
Get out!
Ah, where's he gonna go?
Get out!
Is he gonna get all the way home? Oh my goodness, this probe will never catch. No!
Ooh!
He survives.
Wow, how did he get that last shot off? What?
I don't know. Did he got caught a little bit on the bottom of this ramp.
He like takes an extra piece of minerals. And he's just like, I don't know what you would call that.
Turbo button.
Turbo mode?
Yeah,
Afterburners?
NFL Blitz, man.
Oh, man. NFL Blitz is awesome.
I should have never said anything.
Why, dude? That game's great. By the way, for those of you who don't know, we do have NFL Blitz and NBA Showtime, like the old
just like NBA Jam, sort of.
Yeah, like NBA Jams, but like even cooler.
NBC's version of it.
Yeah.
So it's got you know, like the He's on Fire and all the ridiculous announcers, and if you're ahead by 20 points, the game will actually hit the ball out of your hand every single opportunity.
You to lose.
You only shoot bricks until the game gets tied up again, and you get super frustrated. Those catch-up mechanics of like late 90s video games.
So yes, from time to time at lunch, we will play some NFL Blitz or some Showtime, and it's always good times. I love those games.
Yeah, it's great. It's great playing with other esports people because those are like the original esports. They just didn't have any traction back then.
Dude, I actually had somebody jump on the stream, and I like briefly looked.
Third quick expo.
Go ahead, for sure on this map all day. I briefly looked. I briefly looked over at chat, and someone was like, "Did you have fun playing Blitz in the cafeteria this lunch, Pain user?"
Was it Bennett?
And I was like, "Oh no, it wasn't Bennett. It was like some random person." Who then approached me like a week later, but no, he actually works here and he's cool.
Okay, good.
And he was like, "Dude, I was
on the street, like I can see you."
No. He was like, "I was trying to troll you guys," and so he was just trying to get inside my head a little bit. And actually on stream, I was like, "Wait, what? Wait, no." And then me and HD were like trying to figure it out, and we were like, "Dude, he must work here. Like we're so smart. We're such good detectives." So finally we figured it out, and he introduced himself, and he's actually a really cool guy. So
nice. Yeah, we got quite a few of the IGN guys actually watching IGN Pro League from their desks every day. They shouldn't though, because they should be working. If you're watching right now,
yes, no. Iron Fist.
Don't say anything in chat, you might get fired. But anyway, we got some Zerglings bouncing along here for StrifeCro. Nothing really exciting going on just yet. JYP is going to scout this third base, like you said, on this map all day. So JYP knows about this. He's going to come over, check things out. There's no drones or queen or spine crawler, anything to slow him down. I really doubt he's going to get the hatch kill here, though.
No.
We'll just see how long StrifeCro takes to actually respond to this. 6 Link coming in should be able to clean that up. Oh, but
Dude,
JYP doing the smart little mineral
JYP is all about the 2 sacrificial lamb zealots.
Yeah, every game, man. Every
He's
day.
like, all right, you two, partner up. All right, blood
Hold
brothers.
Yeah.
All right, go die.
We'll hold down the fort back home. You guys just do your thing, and we actually have a Void Ray starting to come out of the Stargate too, as we check up on our little blood brothers here. They're not even attacking. Oh, here we go. Zealot can actually take a queen one-on-one, but not with this.
4 ire back to back.
Yeah. That one nabbed 3 kills. Didn't quite see the other one, but units lost will tell the tale. 6 kills there for JYP so far.
They do go into the Ire Hall of
They can go
Hall
to
of Fame.
Valhalla or whatever the Protoss equivalent is for their warrior zealots. That first Void Ray popped out. Did it evade me? No, there it is right there. Oh no, it's already. Oh wow, it's already halfway across the map. That was actually the second Void Ray that just popped out. There's no way there's a Spore Crawlers already. StrifeCro. Too good. He's not going to be able to save
Queen
this
has already been weakened. Wait, why are you switching targets? Oh, he wanted to get away from that Spore Crawler. He's going to get hit by it again.
He needs to
No
pick a
damage.
target, man.
No damage being done here, virtually.
Definitely needs to pick a target and stick with it.
That's
This
gonna pop.
bouncing around is not going to work out.
Good hold
for
from
JYP.
StrifeCro. Good hold.
Second Void Ray will be here, but now it's so fortified, it's like not even worth it as a target anymore. StrifeCro actually gearing up for a little bit of a counter. I don't think he's going to be able to do much either, though, against that wall off. Looks like they are at least killing Overlord, so now they're useful. Phoenix helping them out as well with that recon. All he's got to do is find the Overlords, and the Void Rays just zip right to it. But yeah, this is pretty well fortified, I'd say. 4 spore crawlers and 2 queens. I think they're ready for some dinky little Void Rays, trying to harass them.
Well, here they come, and they're going to get a drone kill right off the bat. They might get this Overlord as well, and they are in range of the hatchery, so they could potentially charge up here, but StrifeCro got to relocate both of those, and those aren't going to do any damage. They're going to have to head over to the natural and see if they can get anything done over there.
Yeah, JYP actually staying ahead on supply just a little bit. That Overlord kill earlier actually prompted StrifeCro to build a bunch more. Now he's just massing drones. Hydralisks are coming out here soon, though. JYP will need to switch. You can see that robotics facility is going to be done here in a moment. And he'll probably be making that hard switch to Colossi to get some armor upgrades as well. This Overlord, why are you dancing around so much, JYP? Kill the Overlord. It's not going to fight back. Void Rays do actually manage to kill an extractor there. Poor little drone. Doesn't know his purpose in life anymore. Looks like he's actually moving out with a handful of zealots too. I don't know if he killed those Zerglings or if these are the same ones. Just relocating. Void Ray again, going to eat it there and explode over the chasm of Shakuras. Just not a whole lot else going on though. StrifeCro's super duper fortified at this third. I don't think he's going to have any problems there, even though he doesn't have any drones left.
Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't have any drones mining there at the third. I mean, it's been up for a little while. Probably just doesn't want to get any of them picked off by these Void Rays. We see JYP continuing to try and harass there at the third. He's actually attacking into the Spore Crawlers now. He's going to head around.
Keeping his distance there, trying to pay attention here to the middle of the map where all the
Zealots are going to get intercepted. And if he loses all these, that's actually a really big mistake on his part. The Hydras are going to be great here. He's going to get this surround. Hydras absolutely rip through Zealots.
Yeah, they're very low health already, actually, from the wing surround. So easy cleanup there for StrifeCro, and he takes a big supply lead, actually, as a result. 22 supply ahead. Lots of various units coming out. Roaches, lings, and pathogen glands already researching, so we'll see those lovely little infestors soon again. Wow, what just happened there? Oh, he broke down his own gateway once again, of course, because he's got to get out of this natural at some point. First Colossus is going to be out on the field here soon. Void Rays and Phoenix still flying around trying to pick off Overlords. One of them, barely gets spotted there and is going to be taken out. Overlord speed's already finished. That's not going to save you, little guy. Sorry. StrifeCro actually taking his entire half of the map now with this 4th base, and it looks like StrifeCro has a burrowed Zergling. I was going to say Mr. JYP wants to try and do the same on his side with that Zergling there. It's going to make things difficult. Supply block there as well. Let's look. He must have cranked one out. Usually when you get that robotics facility, yeah, he's got an observer, God knows where, but the Void Rays and Phoenix still hanging out near the main. StrifeCro not going to let them get in and do too much damage with that big little force of Hydralisks. Did I just say big little force? That huge tiny force of Hydralisks that he's got going on over there.
We got you. I got you. So these Hydras will hold this off pretty easily. He's going to clean up that Zergling over at the third and finally get that down, but the Zergling did prevent that for quite some time. And I'm not really sure what, JYP's game plan is here. He engaged early on. It's almost like early on he wanted to do a timing push with those Zealots, but got them all surrounded, lost them, and now he's like, all right, I'm going to go into defensive macro mode, get a ton of Colossus, and try and max out here. No, actually, he's going to try and push or just maintain position on the midfield here. StrifeCro actually has a pretty decent-sized army right now. Neural Parasite's about to finish, and there are only 2 Colossus. So
easy targets. The Void
very
Rays
easy
too.
targets.
If the Void Rays slip out of position for just a second, they can grab those pretty quick. They will be at the mercy of these Stalkers though, which is kind of dangerous. So we'll see which StrifeCro actually aims for. We got 1/1 upgrades on these ground units. StrifeCro on the other hand has armor for everything and just +1 melee attacks for those lings. Something's happening up over at the top left expansion. Looks like Void Rays might score a kill. How fast are these Hydralisks going to be able to respond, and how fast are these Fungals actually going to land on these Void Rays? There's no way he's getting out of here with that fungal growth on him.
Oh, and all the Void Rays do get fungled, and they will all go down as well. What's that hatchery at? That had to be close.
That's, oh wow, very close. Too bad for JYP.
Yeah, taking out that 4th would have been real nice for him, especially if you're going to lose 3 Void Rays like that. They're so expensive. I don't think sacrificing them to even attempt to kill the 4th right there is even necessarily worth it. Especially once you see that Infestor and the Hydras, you need to just hightail it out of there. And he's also maintaining a rather risky position here in mid. StrifeCro is going to catch wind of this. He does know where he is now.
Wow, that's a quick changeling pickoff. Usually
yeah, that was
you
very
don't snag
quick.
them before they flip over.
That was very quick.
Yeah, the Observer helped out there, of course, though. I guess the Changeling couldn't see the Zealot to flip over, and the Observer had vision on the other side of that bush, so I guess they're just hostile automatically catching them like that. But there we go.
A lot of lings going down
wave
right
of
there.
Lings being sacrificed just so StrifeCro can have a little bit more time for these Spine Crawlers, and another wave of Corruptors now being produced.
I love how StrifeCro puts up, tons of defensive Spine Crawlers. He creates his little, his Bastion, his little defensive structure land where he just hangs out and rallies all of his units.
All right, wow, there's some transfusions on that hatchery. That was down to way in the red earlier, but he is probably going to be able to save a lot of these Stalkers just with that little nifty blink spells. One of them does get stuck up here, but there's really not a whole lot else going on. JYP can really just focus now on getting the best position after every little engagement. StrifeCro probably not going to dip too far below max until something big happens, though, so really he's just kind of waiting around, treading water. He's going to need to eventually get up to max if he's going to be able to take this out, I think. StrifeCro wants to take the little armpit expansion here. Not going to be able to do that, of course, with 5 Colossi sitting on top of it. Still haven't seen any Fungals out of these Infestors, but this is going to be their time to shine as they split up a little bit. Neural Parasite's go on 3 of the Colossi.
Oh,
they're going to get some free hits on the Blink
4th Colossus gets knurled as well,
goodness.
and that's going to be terrible for JYP. He just got absolutely annihilated.
And as soon as they flip
Still at
over,
198 supply for StrifeCro, instantly remaxed.
Yeah, that production tab is busy, busy, busy. All those Corruptors just waiting for the Knurl to end just so they can deliver the death blow. StrifeCro could actually just roll through here. He's already 80 supply up. JYP doesn't have any money banked, really, and this could be very, very brutal here for TSL JYP. We'll see what happens. Infestor's still moving forward. Is he going to get more Knurls on these Colossi, or is he just going to let the Corruptors do their thing? He actually both. Corruptors take out the bottom one, Knurl on the top one, and everything's going to get cleaned up. Infestor still being a good guy down here, dropping some infested Terrans over on the right side. Roaches taking the bulk of the damage, and Hydras just sitting in the back, pew-pewing away.
JYP actually getting pretty cost-effective here in this little choke, killing a lot of units. He might be able to hold this off. It's going to be really close. He is going to lose an additional Colossus.
And another one.
And another one. That's so much money worth of Colossus lost in the
all the way
last
over
minute.
here.
Hey, man.
Bring them along. Why not?
Why not? Extra transfuse, extra hit points, and they take up supplies, so you might as well bring them.
And JYP survived briefly. I mean, StrifeCro immediately started building. We got 4 more Queens, Corruptors being built, Greater Spire on the way. I know we had a round of Roaches and Lings as well. Any more Infestors, of course, would be certainly a huge help for him. They did such a great job moving that fight all the way over to JYP's 4th base.
We got a Greater Spire and an Ultralisk Cavern finishing at the exact same time. So we're going to have Ultras and Broodlords here, and that is the ultimate endgame composition for Zerg with Infestors.
Yep.
There's pretty much nothing you can do about that. We do have 3 Broodlords in the production tab. Are we going to get some Ultras too? I don't know if he has enough money right now.
And even these lanes starting to get some action. They're going to make it all the way into the main. I can't imagine he built too many cannons over there. Oh, look at this. Oh, only 2 probes. Okay, at least he transferred everything. I thought that was going to be a pile when I saw them all stacked on that one mineral clump there. Only 1 Colossus left alive after all these altercations, and he's going to lose a couple of structures here inside the main. Zergling's actually burrowing, forcing JYP to have observers everywhere. I think he's actually doing the same up here. A couple of roaches actually snuck past the cannon up on this side, preventing him from being able to expand at this top right base. We still have lots of Zerglings just burrowed all over the place. And yeah, they're not going to be seen, even though there's a Colossus sitting right on top of them.
Nope. It's going to have to wait for that observer to make its way over there.
Ultras and Broodlords, lots of both actually being produced here.
What a beautiful sight.
Just seeing those elegant flapping Broodlords.
They are rather elegant,
around.
Aren't they?
They're so elegant. Look at them.
They're like manta
They're
rays.
Exactly, and they have little baby manta rays that fling themselves at you and hurt you.
Yeah, I don't know about
Broodlords
those
actually don't even do anything, right? They just like poop out more tiny manta rays.
No,
constantly.
they hit for...
But they throw the broodlings
yeah,
at
but
you.
each
So they
time...
just flap and like it happens.
Each time the broodlings hit, though,
I know.
they strike for...
There's like impact
20.
damage, and then they
Yeah.
run around and scurry. But I'm saying like the actual act that the Broodlord does, he just flaps really hard and like flings the broodlings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not like shooting anything. They're not like making laser beams or anything.
And here we go. The final battle is taking place, and I don't think JYP can be happy about seeing those Ultras with the Broodlords. That's definitely not what you want to see at this stage in the game, and he's got to know that he is in some trouble here. Fungal goes off on his entire ball.
They can't blink. They can't go anywhere, man.
The Broodlords are reigning supreme, flapping away,
Look at them. They're
using their wind-style jutsu
That's
left
right,
and
man.
right.
There's so many blink stalkers. Like normally you'd be like, oh, he's just gonna pop forward, kill all these Broodlords, but there's so many. Not even close to having enough stalkers there. And overseers around just for the heck of it.
He loves his overseers,
He really
man.
likes overseers. It's kind of a strange trait that StrifeCro seems to be showing us this game. The thing is, JYP down 97 supply doesn't have any money. Like if he could just do a string of warbins, like all stalkers, he might be able to clean this up. They do decent damage to ultras in big enough numbers, and you can stay away from the Broodlords until you're ready to jump in there. But I just don't think he's going to be able to reproduce fast enough. There he goes. He is actually going to kill a couple of these broods, but Fungal lands on all of those blink stalkers, and the Broodlord's doing a ton of damage here.
Oh, God.
Look at the changelings just being pooped out of those little overseers, so at least they're having some use. Immortals, not the best against the broodling. I don't know if you knew that.
No, definitely not.
Sentry's not doing a whole lot of good here either, actually.
It's really interesting that he's actually making Immortals right now.
Yeah, look at this base actually being swarmed by lings. Like, he doesn't even care.
I think Void Rays were his only possible response to this.
37 supply for JYP. 28,
28
24.
now. I don't think he's too happy about losing this game.
He might be upset.
There we go.
There's the GG from TSL JYP. Monumental job by StrifeCro.
Yeah, StrifeCro going to take out a TSL player, and that's 2 foreigners that we have moving on in the qualifier. Congrats to Sarens, and congrats to StrifeCro from Evil Geniuses, who just showcased a pretty solid ZVP. His ZVP has always been outstanding. That's really his matchup where he truly shines. He's a very good macro player, and for some reason, ZVP for him just seems to come easy, and
Yep.
takes out TSL JYP.
So of the 2 last matches, we had 2 foreigners, both progressing past 2 members of Team SCV Life, TSL, those South Korean players. So excellent job. TSL, you might need to reevaluate a little bit. Maybe pick up some foreigners for your team, and then so they can show you the ropes. That's a little bit of a flip-flop for what we're seeing.
That's not what we're used to seeing at all.
All right, so that's
pretty
it for
impressive.
that series. StrifeCro takes it 2-1. We still got one more BO3 to bring to you guys. Let me flip cams here.